Hello everybody and welcome back to 1 year of Minecraft Month 8. Oh my goodness. We are going to be 2/3 of the way through a year at the end of this month. Time is just blowing by. Well, what you see is where we left off at the end of last month, where we worked on the Cathedral as a Patreon build for Brienne the Girl. Gold tier level. You get your own sort of big custom build, and let me say, this build got a little bit away from me. That's okay though, it's going to be very important to the lore. You're actually going to see some of it at the very end. I want to say right in the very beginning of this video, don't forget to stay for the post-credit scene. It is the lore bit that is going to knock your socks off. Everything changes in the post-credit scene today. That all being said, let's hop right into the month. We have 30 days to see how much of this cathedral we can get done. I started out the month just like I ended last month, working on the cathedral. I am very, very excited about this build, in all honesty. My roots as a Minecraft builder is an epic build, and this is going to be, well, pretty darn epic. I'm psyched. But while we fly over there and get started, let's set out the goals for the month. Number one, I'd like to finish the exterior of the cathedral, add some roofs and all that stuff. Maybe the interior, but I'm not extremely hopeful for that this month. I would like to complete my wheat field. I mean, come on, it's been 7 months and that thing is still very halfway done. And I want to add 2 simple houses to the city. I want to start making room for my Inquisitor population. It's a farming day though here on day 212. I am not quite ready to plant any crops yet, but I need to remember to return to my little underground seed bank here and harvest every few days. Look, this is so efficient. I know I did this on Kingdom of Conquest, so if you're watching that series over there, you've seen it. But look, I can't think of a better way, unless you want to get into a nano farm or something like that. This is just a solid way to farm up a ton of seeds if you have fortune on any tool. It's really good. Do this in your world. You're gonna thank me. Trust me. But returning to the church, I think it looks pretty good. We may have a bit of a problem though. I went with a large size stone roof on the top. It's going to be very, very heavy, as pointed out by, I believe, Drama in the comments. So thus, I'm going to need some sort of major pillars to keep it up. I'd like to bring in some of the darker colors on the inside, so deep slate seems like just the right block. But I spent day 214 adding in roofs. Yeah, I don't have any roofs on this entire place, and it's more than time. So whenever I'm doing these roofs, I'm going to make them more interesting and have them have lots of more interesting little sort of bumps and windows and gables and all that kind of stuff. But for right now, I just want to rough in some decent roofs. So I'm just using slabs on some of these. I'm going to use stairs on some others. I want to have 3 different angles. I want to have the slabs for a very gradual slope. I want to have regular stairs for your very traditional sort of 45-degree slope. And then I want to have that less than 45 degree, that 17 degree slope where you add like a full block in between each stair. So we're going to have all the different roof, and I think it's just going to really make the cathedral just look very complicated and massive and huge and awesome. So I'm psyched about it. Oh, these arches are going to be really nice. I just already know how much I'm going to love them once I get them all done. I know there's no detailing yet. It's just basically just flat walls and flat roofs and all this stuff. I will detail so much later, but you know, right now I just need to place all the blocks. But you know, I think after about a week of working straight on this, I think I'm going to break away. But first, let's just take a look at the place. It's really starting to come together and I really like it. I need to know now if there's any immediate changes that I need to make. But yeah, I like the shape. I like the size. I pretty much like everything about it, even though it's, you know, very rough still. I'm telling you, I know I'm harping on it a little bit, but these different peaks really make a huge difference. I mean, look what I mean. It's going to be such an awesome build. Inside right now, yeah, a bit of a mob farm. That's not great, but we'll address that after I return to, well, the church of the mob farm, I guess. You know, I am often Bedrock Minecraft's only defender, to be totally honest, but let me tell you a couple things that it does right. Look at what I'm doing right now. I'm running forward with a hoe, then running, not walking, no, I'm running forward and planting the seeds. Doesn't seem like a big deal, right? Plant a huge field and then come back and tell me it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's a big deal. In your face, Java. In your face. I love planting. I love it, even, again, another day. I decided to take a little fly and see how much I have done and how much I have left to go. I mean, look, I've been making a lot of progress, and darn it, I'm going to finish this. As exciting of a video as this is going to make, it's going to get done. We're so close. So listen, I'm going to go finish this. I'm going to finish it today. And while I'm finishing it, why don't we play the first lore clip of the episode? I just finished editing up the lore for today, and I think you are going to love it. Today, yeah, things changed today.
Yes, Commander Cott?
Doctor, we may have a wee bit of a problem.
Yes, Commander?
The captain missed his check-in time from the surface.
That's odd. Do you have his GPS tracker active?
I do, but his signal is very weak. The video contacts I made for him aren't sending video or audio.
Did you upload the latest backup to Tracy?
But that was 8 hours ago.
Tracy, play most recent vlog from Captain Dohan.
I'm looking for a woman named Ramirez. She may be quite old by now.
Never heard of a name like that before.
She may go by her rank of captain.
Captain? You mean Captain Ramirez? Well, if you find her, let me know. I'm looking for Santa Claus, too.
Tracy, skip 1 hour ahead. What the? Tracy, skip back 2 minutes.
You want the captain? He must not be from around here. I don't see how it matters where it's from now.
Fellas, let's talk. Yeah, okay, or not. Or... what? No. No. Oh. I finished the field. Man, this was much bigger than I expected. You know, future fields are not going to be this large, but look, it makes me think. You know, I had quite a few seeds saved up and went through almost all of them, and that's not good. I'm going to need to expand the seed farm for sure. After finishing, I spent the day clearing trees for future fields and planting oak saplings around those fields. You know, something I learned over on the Kingdoms of Conquest server is how to better surround my fields with bushes and trees that will help. You know, someone cleared the land to plant farms, so what would they do with all the bush? Well, they just kind of move it aside, right? They wouldn't clear any more than they absolutely needed. I am going to record this live, which is not something I usually do over here in this kind of video. Usually I do all voiceovers, but I wanted to pop over to Kingdoms of Conquest server because I'm going to be doing a late night live stream here. Now, that's not going to mean anything for you watching this video because it'll be long past, but I have enough time before I stream that I thought I could come in here and just kind of show you what I'm talking about on this server. By the way, if you don't know what this server is, it's an amazing mod pack. Well, it's a mod just called Conquest Reforged, and I'm doing my 100-day series and now 200 days from here. Same universe. It's people from the planet of Tovalyn that have come here. But what I want to do is I wanted to come by and just check out, look at what a difference this makes. Like, you plant some of the big trees. So what I did here is I planted all the oak trees, and every time a big one grew, I just helped it out by a little bit more of a base, and then all the little ones I harvested just for wood. And you can just see it's a huge, massive, giant difference. And, you know, sometimes stone, like, you know, cobblestone sort of brick. Now over here, what's very cool about this is we have layers. So you have like, see, that's just a layer. You have like snow layers of basically every block. It's super cool. But, and then if you walk up here, I kind of got this from, I mean, look, I know this is an old hat Minecraft sort of thing to do, but I got this from Artcraft originally, where I saw just like all of their paths were lined with shrubbery that they just cleared and then just left on the side. It makes a lot of sense, and yeah, it's just pretty cool, and it really makes your fields look a lot better. So yeah, I mean, like I say, like everyone's done this, but I just want to show you the server, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I really love it. Okay, back to the single player world. Well, darn it, I broke my pants. Well, they weren't great pants by any means, but still. So I made some new ones, and I got thorns, blah. But I also got blast protection 3. You know, that's pretty solid, honestly. One of the ways I surely could die is a creeper, so it's really good. You know, a skeleton's probably not going to kill me unless there's just so many. Zombie, basically no chance unless I'm AFK. But yeah, a creeper? Yeah, a creeper falling on my head, that could take me out. But I have been thinking about my situation with the farming, and I decided to head down and work more on the third layer of my seed bank farm situation. I really love these. I love these farms. I've done it a lot recently on different servers and different worlds and stuff, but it's really great, and I can't really find, outside of a nano farm and the bone meal thing, I really can't find a better system. I end up doing a live stream here for the next 9 days, so I'm going to speed through these days very quickly. The bitrate isn't absolutely great, so it looks better on stream, but not as great, you know, on the VOD. So anyway, I worked more on the farm, added some water, you know, the usual. I did torch spam my giant mob farm underneath the cathedral, which is really nice. And yeah, I just came out here to see how the wheat's growing. I need a lot more wheat. I might harvest overground. The problem is this land isn't hydrated, so once you break it, it will tend to revert back to dirt unless you plant it really fast again. So yeah, it's not great. And then I spent the next several days adding walls to my giant cathedral. Nothing fancy, literally just straight cobblestone walls. I'm going to come back in, add windows, and add all the detailing work later. But, you know, I'm putting the stone brick on the outside, so I'll do stone brick and deep slate and andesite and stuff on the outside as detail work, and just cobblestone for sort of the base layer. And then, yeah, I ran totally out of stone. So I returned back to my main quarry and spent a few days just harvesting lots and lots of stone. I'll tell you the nice thing about these chunks, because they were generated in before that hot patch that fixed the diamond issue, you get lots of diorite and andesite here. So I'm going to be able to build a lot of diorite and andesite just from the sheer size of this quarry. Yeah, it's not terrible, even though no diamonds, but I'm not really planning on going down that low anyway. So yeah, it's cool. And then on my stream, I spent a entire, I don't know, like quite a while over in creative, basically in a backup, not in my main world, just a backup, flying around and really seeing what I want to do next, because I've done all the obvious stuff, right? I've done the basic roofs. I've done like the sort of diagonals and the arches. That's all set. So now I need to figure out what's going to happen on the second layer, and do I want to bring any color in? I think color would be really nice. So yeah, the color I decided on is white. I know, it's not that colorful, but I think it's going to look really sharp on the cathedral for sure. So I came up to the mesa and did a whole bunch of gathering. So listen, while I spend 2 days gathering terracotta here, I'm going to send you over and watch the next lore bit, and then we'll come back on the other side of the live stream. I think it's day like 2:34, I think.
Tracy, contact Commander Cott.
Dr. Landon?
Is there any word yet on the captain?
No, sir. I have 2 teams dressed in disguise attempting to gain access to where his signal is, but the castle of Donwale is guarded well.
Be careful. From what the captain told us, it would be dangerous for the Inquisitors to know we're walking around Tovalyn.
Aye, sir.
Tracy, display the GPS map with Captain Dohan's location.
Error. Invalid request.
Tracy, locate Captain Dohan's transponder.
The captain is no longer on Tovalyn.
I want to say right away, make sure you hang around until the after credits scene, the post credit scene. It is absolutely critical for the next episode. And let me tell you right now, I just finished writing the lore for the next episode, and it is everything. It explains all of it. Did I get there a little early, a little before episode 12 of the series? Maybe, but I felt like it was time. So next episode of 1 Year of Minecraft explains the entire Fixxitt412. It will absolutely blow your minds. I cannot promise you enough. You're going to love it. It's going to be amazing. Well, I thought I had enough terracotta, but I didn't. So yeah, back to the mining mesa to get more. You know, I gotta tell you, Bedrock used to run absolutely amazing, even with RTX, like when Render Dragon first came out, and something happened in one of the updates where there's block lag where there didn't like ever used to be block lag. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it kind of makes mining like not that much fun. I wish that would get resolved. And yeah, after getting all the terracotta, I placed it, and this is the beginning of what the church is going to look like. Obviously, yeah, obviously no detail and stuff yet, but we're going to be bringing in a lot of andesite and a lot of deep slate to really just detail the crap out of this place, and it's going to look so good. Big stained glass windows. Oh man, look at the way the sun's coming in. It's so good. Oh, dude. Seriously? Wow, that's awesome. And I was just getting ready to go to sleep, and I couldn't because it said there were monsters near. And look what I found. 3 freaking zombie villagers just outside my church. Just standing there. Just standing there looking at me. So I came over here. I made sure I closed all the doors. And, well, then this happened. I bumped that up to 3 times normal speed, and it still was too long, so I had to cut out the end. I mean, I ran around a circle like just the biggest derpy derperson that ever derped. It was truly magnificent bad Minecrafting. But you know what? In the end, I got all 3 of them in this dumb little room with some lecterns, and I started cycling for jobs. I don't really know why, to be totally honest. I mean, I've now allowed myself access to sort of the old world since I have the nether path all hooked up, and I have a great villager farm that's all set up. So these guys just spawned here, and I thought, well, I guess I should make them into usable villagers, but I don't know why I did this, but I did it anyway. So in the end, it took forever, but I got an Unbreaking 3 and a Silk Touch and a Feather Falling 3 book, I think. Anyway, yeah, so I have the trades, and they don't have the giant discounts. They have like kind of okay discounts, but again, I don't really know why I did this. I spent day 238 finishing up the walls, and yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, obviously they're not decorated or anything, but you know what? I have walls, and I am totally okay with that. But hey, you know what? It is day 29 of the month, and that means it's time for the I need a lot of sand for glass, and so I'm going to take it from the bottom of my river to make my rivers look a little bit better, replace all the sand with dirt, which just helps. And while we do that, let's get to the question or comment of the day. So today's is from Tempest Flare and says, I have a suggestion to help the delineation of hardcore to normal mode in your world. Well, yes, you've set up and played a 100 days hardcore on Tovalyn, you can still call yourself the first Inquisitor, aka the Architect. Here's a quote you can use in a book if you want to write it. There's a lot more, and it's a really interesting quote and all that stuff, but that's not really the part that I want to talk about today for the question and comment of the day. I want to talk about basically my answer. You know, the way I look at my role, me, I'm talking Fix, like my own person in this world, is really that of the book author. This is the same way I looked at it in the Realm of Vastin when I was playing on that. I'm not a character in the story. Now, that's the difference between whenever I'm role-playing the 100 Days and whenever I'm playing this. I'm not a character. I'm an author, basically. I'm the author of a book that is writing the words down. I'm writing what all the characters are doing, but I'm not in it. Now, yeah, my skin looks like Captain James Dohan and all that stuff because I need it for sort of shooting the cinematics and stuff. But really, truly, it's just instead of using a typewriter in this world, you don't use a typewriter, you go gather materials and you build up the stuff. So that's kind of the way I look at it. I look at it as like I'm an author of the book. I'm not actually in the world in the Fixxiverse, right? Unless I'm playing, sort of telling a story from the point of view of one of the characters. But I think it's a little difference, but it's a bit of a difference, and something that's interesting to think about. I think if you're doing that in your own world, you know, just remember you're writing a book. Basically, you're writing a Minecraft 3-dimensional immersive world book. And I gotta tell you, I'm watching this footage while I say this. I must have almost drowned about 1 billion times while they gathered the sand. Anyway, that's going to do it. That's going to wrap up month number 8. Let me tell you, again, I want to say, stick around for the post-credits. It's awesome. Well, we did it. We are now officially 2/3 of the way through this amazing 1 year of Minecraft. I can't believe how much we got done. And yeah, I know, 2 months in a row work on this cathedral, but can you just look at the epicness of this? Now, I think next month I'm not going to work in the cathedral. I don't know what we're going to do, but I feel like I just need to break away. Well, before I wrap this up, and again, I want to remind you for the 30th time, maybe? Stay tuned for the post-credit scene. But I do want a special thank you to Denasy, who voiced the 2 thugs in the alley, to Horsecraz, who voiced the girl who laughed at me, the innkeeper, I guess, at the Soothing Philly Inn, and of course, as always, Khaos, and of course, Raskhol Shiro, who they're awesome dudes. They help me out every single time. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Hopefully you guys go check out their channels. I'm going to link all 4 of their channels down. They're all great content creators. You'll really, really enjoy their stuff. I promise. I've never led you wrong. So go check it out. All right? That's going to do it for me. Thank you to my YouTube members and Patreons. And I'll see you all next month.
The singularity was indeed caused by a solar flare hitting the gray matter. But the solar flare was absolutely massive. And the timing of it. The peak of the flare only lasted 1/10 of a second. For what you're saying to be correct, if it was caused on purpose, it couldn't have been random.
Right. The Inquisitors must have knowledge of the future.
James, I'm glad you're awake.
Captain Ramirez? Helena, you're still alive after all? They said you were, but...
Oh yeah, it's been a while. James, I have a lot to show you. Would you like to go on a walk?
Helena, what am I looking at?
James, we have so much to talk about.